Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday group call on the Speaker Focus platform. I am Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of Speaker Focus, here with the one and only Mr. Auston Troyer, CTO. And from the staff at Speaker Focus, we are super excited. It's a Monday. If you are not excited on a whole nother level today, I just don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. It's a beautiful spring day. There is all kinds of positive activity happening in the world. And we are doing our thing, making things happen on a whole nother level. So I can't tell you this. I can tell you that if you have anything that's going on with you and you got a question that you want to ask on this platform, I'm so ready for you tonight. I don't even know what to do. I'm super excited. Okay, let me see. Who has their hand raised already? If I'm missing anything, nobody has their hand raised right now. Okay, remember, if you want to use the raise hand feature, you're more than welcome to. And I will get right to your question. So, what's on my mind today? Let's have a little conversation before people start raising hands and asking questions. So what's on my mind today? I tell you what's on the inside of me today. What's on the inside is, are you operating your speaker business? Like, is this something that you are really going after? Or is this a hobby? Is it a hobby for you? Was this something that you really, really want to take a strong run at? It's a fair question. It's hobbies, typically you don't really put a lot of time and effort into, and you don't really get paid for hobbies. But a professional speaking business is one that allows you to take each action step and start working on the building blocks. And there are so many moving pieces to your speaker business that a lot of people just simply, they don't understand why they're supposed to be doing it, how it's supposed to work. They don't get it. So this is the reason why their speaker business needs to be resuscitated, or there's flat out nothing going on with their speaker business. But if you got some shit popping in your speaker business, then you should constantly be excited. Let me just share something with you, right? Everybody's talking about, oh, the Rolling Stones, they're old. But the Rolling Stones have been touring for 50 plus years. Now, when they first started, the venues weren't as big. The sound systems weren't as professional. Like, the record still sounded good. But when they do Start Me Up now at one of these big venues, and I mean, it sounds perfect, they're not the same band. They keep getting better as they get older. And this is what happens when you're a speaker. It's not like they have a retirement home for speakers. Speakers, you know, this gets sharper as you get older, because the older you get, you start gaining more experience. So the reason why I use the Rolling Stones as an example is because you don't really have to have any athletic ability to speak. If you're LeBron James, you need athletic ability to play basketball and jump high and dunk the basketball and shoot 3-pointers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, does it help if you're more athletic than everybody else? That's why LeBron has been the best player in the world, and definitely the best player of his generation, of his era. The reason why he is because he is very gifted with athletic ability. But you don't need all of that when you're a speaker. You don't need all of that when you're a musician. Yeah, you can get up there and play the song, but the game gets stronger as you get older. So is this shit a hobby for you? Are you playing games with it, or are you taking it serious? Is it a career? Is it a passion? Is it a strong purpose? See, I hear this stuff every day. As I'm doing strategy calls, I'm hearing people talk to me about, KTR, I have a calling on my life. Until I start jumping in their shit and asking them, are they really serious about growing their speaker business? Don't give me lip service, because that's not what I'm interested in hearing. Saying that you're serious about your speaker business is not giving up on the biggest dream and desire that you have. Now, if this is in fact the biggest dream that you have, then you should be putting your all into it. Sometimes your all may be 5 hours a day. Sometimes your all may be 1 hour a day. Sometimes your all may be giving up one day out of your weekend. Maybe it's giving up every single day to put your speaker business together so you can ultimately get to where it is you need to be. because I don't see the Rolling Stones talking about, oh, I'm retired. They're still on the road to this day, gigging and sounding better than ever. So that's why I'm never going to retire from public speaking, because I keep getting better. And I'm pretty damn good at it, at the top of my game, after delivering over 2,700 paid speaking engagements. So am I addicted to the game? Yeah. I'm also addicted to practice. I'm also addicted to all the behind the scenes stuff that has to happen before you earn the right to get on stage to speak. If you listen to what I'm saying to you in its entirety, and you're not half-assing the coaching program, it's going to start happening for you. The students on our platform, where every time they run into the conference court, see, I'm preparing you to get ready for the conference coordinator. That's why I'm so accountable the way I am. That's why I push it to the limit the way I do. That's why I get excited the way I do. That's why I'm super passionate. That's why I want to help everybody and over-deliver more than anybody in my space, because I care about you. I'm getting you ready to talk to the conference coordinator. You either going to break the conference coordinator down, or they're going to break your ass down. Now, you got a choice. You have a choice to be professional with how you explain your business, because remember what they're really thinking about. Oh, I got a question in the chat. Oh, Ramon said, I'm excited too. Very close to completing my 4 signature program. That's what I'm talking about, Ramon. One step at a time, boss. That's what this is all about. Are you ready to do business with the conference coordinator? This is what me and Austin and the team at Speaker Focus is preparing you for. Because when you're not, listen, do you know the conference coordinator is looking for the advantage just like you're looking for the advantage? Okay, you want to get the booking, right? Everybody's excited to get the booking. But the conference coordinator is trying to figure out a way to save money. They're trying to figure out a way to see how serious you are. They're trying to find some holes in your game. Some of these conference coordinators, they prey on weak speakers. Speakers that don't know how to position their brand the right way so they can figure out a way to give you $2,000 instead of $5,000. But see, you can't pull that shit on a professional speaker, because a professional speaker, everybody watch this. How many times do you see this meme, or you hear people talk about this? Oh, I know what my value is. I know what my worth. I'm so sick of hearing that shit. I don't know what to do. You in this business, you don't have any idea what your value is. That's why he's still taking $1,000. That's why he's still taking $500. That's why he's still taking $1,500. A professional speaker doesn't have to take less, because they can substantiate the value through their messaging. So it's real simple. Do you know what your value is? Do you know what you're worth? Do you understand how to substantiate the value through the sales tools? Do you understand how good you are? Because the conference coordinator and the meeting planner is going to push your ass to the limit. And if you got a weak ass speaker business, you're not going to make any money. You got to know how to handle yourself. You have to know how to manage the sales cycle from contact to close. I hope you're listening to what I'm saying to you in every single module, because I get emails every single day of feedback from our students. Man, KTR, man, I was talking to the conference coordinator, and they were trying to talk to me like I didn't know my stuff. Of course they're trying to talk to you like that. Everything is a test. Are you ready? Do you know how to explain your speaker business to the conference coordinator? I don't want to hear maybe. It's either you do or you don't. Do you have command over your signature programs or you don't? Is your speaker growth engine built in module 5 or it's not? Did you do everything Austin told you to do or you didn't? Did you get all your sales tools together and do everything I told you to do? You either did or you didn't. If you didn't and you fell off the horse, get back on it, because until I see a hand go up, I got to talk about this shit right now, because I'm sick of seeing it. Not just from the students on our platform, because you're in a better position. At least you got access to the information. I'm talking about the people who don't have access to this information, who are flat out delusional I want to start a speaker business, KTR. Man, I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm talking about. You don't know shit. You don't know what you're talking about, bro, because all you're doing, you're talking too much. See, the people that really know what they're talking about, they let the sales tools and the marketing collateral do all the talking for them. Is that you? I don't know. Are you talking to people too much and you're not doing enough work? Oh, I used to be guilty of that. I wish you could, instead of raising your hand to ask a question, I wish everybody could put 2 hands up right now. You gotta stop talking so much, and you have to listen to people that know what they're talking about. We've created an entire platform so you could go in the right direction. Because I'm telling you, one day it's gonna be you against the conference coordinator. What you think yeah, you have to create partnerships with them, but you think they don't have to protect the interests of their association's budget? If you don't show them that you can earn that budget, you're not going to get it. They pay weak speakers the low fees. You know why? Because you don't understand your business. You don't understand how to position your business. You don't understand how to explain your business. Your signature programs are horrible, non-existent. Why? Because after you create them, you aren't practicing the signature programs. I guarantee you, most speakers, when you roll up on them and you ask them what they speak about, they start talking out of their ass instead of saying, I teach leadership strategies that magnify success. You should be excited when they ask you what you talk about. Do you know your business? Do you know your subject matter expertise? What are you a specialist in? Are you a leading authority? Are you a trusted advisor? Oh, you want to hear your friends. You want your friends to keep hearing you talk about how good of a speaker that you are, which doesn't mean shit at the end of the day, because the real test is when you run up against a conference coordinator. Are they going to hand you your entire ass? That's the real question. Is your business going to be set up ready to do business with them? B2B, business to business solutions. Do you have any solutions for the conference coordinator? I see brand new coaching student Anthony Powell has a question. Well, let's just go ahead and get him in here right now. Hey, Anthony. Anthony, I hear you, boss. What's going on?
Hey, brother, I'm getting excited, man. The more I hear, the more excited I'm getting.
Okay, good. What's your question tonight, Anthony?
Actually, my question was just getting started. I'm new to this and I want to make this happen.
Hey, Anthony. Anthony, I'm sorry. Anthony, your signal is not. Anthony, hold up. Your signal's not real strong. Can you try to log out and then log back in? Maybe that'll fix the connection issue.
I actually, it's not going to fit. It's where I live, man. I've got Verizon.
Oh, that's better. Okay,
terrible where I live.
Wherever you are, I can hear you perfect now. Go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, good. Man, from A to Z on this thing, and I'm ready, man. I'm seriously ready to do this.
Okay.
So I don't have a question to say again, other than just a comment. And the comment is, I'm really excited, and I'm listening to you, and you're hitting it right on the head, man. You're saying the things that I need to hear.
Well, I appreciate it, boss. I do. I appreciate it. You know, it's very important that, you know, if you're going to be a part of this program, as I told everybody before they signed up for the coaching program, my job is not to be kissing your ass or holding your hand and taking it easy on you. You know, these are just things that, you know, the reality of this is that a lot of people are not living their dream. A lot of people are not approaching their speaking. They're not taking it serious. They don't know what they're supposed to be focusing on. There's no excuse for that on our platform because we give you everything you should be focusing on. You know, but the fact of the matter is that real life happens, you know, and, you know, people get distracted and they have to deal with a lot of guilt. A lot of people are messed up with self-esteem issues. So when they come on the platform, they find it difficult to overcome those self-esteem issues. And a lot of people are mired in technology problems. and they don't have enough stick-to-itiveness. They don't have enough discipline. They don't have enough fight in them to go after their dream. I mean, listen, man, Anthony, can you still hear me? Anthony, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm still here.
Okay, no problem. So you know, Anthony, I got when you grow up in a neighborhood, right? You grow up in an underprivileged neighborhood, and most people of color, you know, they grew up in a neighborhood where they didn't have much. You know, it was a lot of love in my house, a lot of screaming and yelling going on in my house too, and it was a whole bunch of stuff out in the street in my neighborhood, and flat out, if you let somebody take your lunch money, you know, they called you a punk. And you were a punk. Somebody took advantage of you. You had to stand up for yourself. So I had to learn at a young age to fight. I had to learn to fight for what was mine. I was the youngest, and my older brother. So watch this. I probably was the hungriest and had the biggest appetite, but I always got the smallest piece of chicken. That's why when I go out now, sometimes I order 3 entrees. I know it sounds a little ridiculous. That's why my meal per diem is $100 a day, just like it is in the Rider on the Speaker Focus platform. You know why I asked for $100? Because I don't like going outside the hotel, and hotel food is expensive. I don't give a damn how much the food costs because I'm not paying for it. How about that? I want to be taken care of a certain kind of way. But I'm the one who put it all on the line, Anthony, and everybody else. I'm the one who puts it on the line every single day. I've been doing it for the longest time. You have to get used to taking extreme risk. It's your dream that we're talking about. I'm living mine every single day.
Right.
I've been self-employed for 35 years. I put it on the line every single day. You got to be willing to do that because there's so many other factors willing to take it away from you. Anthony, look at your situation, bro. You had 8 strokes. You overcome insurmountable odds, and you come to us and say, man, I don't know how to do this business, but I know I got a story to tell. But see, that's part of it. That's part of it. Then there's the other side, Anthony, you have to get the business set up the right way so you can earn the right to get up there. See, this is a privilege. Speaking is not a right, bro. It's like your driver's license. When I got my driver's license at 16, the man, he get ready to hand me my driver's license. He wouldn't give it to me. I had it on the other side, and I was trying to take it from him, but he wouldn't give it to me. He said, young man, and this dude was older. He said, young man, he said, driving is a privilege, not a right. And he said, your privileges can be taken away if you don't act right. And I was looking him dead in his eyes, and he wouldn't let it go until he said, young man, do you understand me? I said, yes, sir. Yes, I do. And I was locked in. He was telling me, be safe. Don't be out there speeding. You know, safety, safety, safety. Yes, sir, I got it. And I got all of my answers right on the test and did it all right because I studied and I studied and I studied. Now, we all make mistakes and we got challenges that we have to overcome. But if you want to earn the right to get on that stage and tell your story, you got to get past the conference coordinator first. Now, if you think the conference coordinator, let me be real clear about this shit. The conference coordinator is going to try to punk you just like how dudes used to do in my neighborhood to roll up on you, take your lunch money, take your bike, take your big wheel. That's what the conference coordinator is going to do to you. See, y'all are understanding what I'm saying because nobody else in this industry has the balls or guts enough to tell it to you like it is. These conference coordinators are literally going to try to take money out your pocket. Now, if you do 20, 30 speaking engagements where you're supposed to be getting 5,000, but you're only getting 4,000, or you're getting half of that, you do that times 10 or 20, and then you look back on all the money that you lost. Now, if you know how to substantiate the value and you're actually good enough, and you got the right kind of topics, and your speaker business is set up the right way, the reason why I'm asking you to do all this stuff on the platform for a reason. Because you gotta have it set up the right way. I don't want you to have to go through the same type of pain and frustrations that I had to go through for the first 7 years of my career. Who the hell needs to do that? I was lacking the mentorship. You got an overabundance of mentorship. I had people that was lying to me, people that was hiding information. I'm not hiding nothing from you on this platform. You see the difference? But if you don't commit the time and effort into it, Anthony, what it really boils down to, and I got news for all of you. And the people that's gonna be listening on YouTube afterwards, how bad are you willing to fight for this fucking dream? And that may seem a little extreme when I say it, but I'm living mine. And I know I'm a practitioner. I know what it takes. I wake up every single day. You better fight. Anthony, I'm talking about fight for it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like you had to fight for your life with all them strokes that you overcame.
Yes,
Am I making sense what I'm saying to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm an ex-fighter too, so yeah.
Okay.
So
and you're an ex-fighter. It's just too many people that don't fight. They don't fight for the dream, Anthony. But watch this. And it's too many people that they talk too much. You talking too much and staying with that feel good shit, but then you don't want to get down in the hole to finish my signature programs and get my work done. Right. That's what this business is about. I'm preparing you for the fight. Hey, Anthony, what was your worst part of Muhammad Ali said he hated every moment of training. He said he knew if he stuck it out, though, he gonna be a champion. And he'd be a champion for the rest of his life. So what was your hardest part of training when you was a fighter?
Road work. I hated running.
You don't like running. Now, I ran cross country, so I love running, even to this day. I can get out. Look, I'm still 25, 30 pounds overweight. I can get out here right now. Now, I'm probably going to sleep for 15 hours after I do it, but I can go bust off 5 to 10 miles right now if I needed to with no problem. So you didn't like road work. So what made you get out there and do the road work, even though you didn't want to do it?
Because I wanted to win when I get in that ring.
Okay, you want to win when you got in the ring. So do you remember what them endorphins felt like? You remember what it felt like mentally? You remember what that feeling feels like to win?
Oh, the best feeling in the world was going through a fight and not getting tired.
Exactly. You was nice and warmed up. You felt like you felt like you didn't run out of gas. That's a good feeling, right? That means you were in shape.
That's right.
So Anthony, it's real simple. And I tell people this all the time. I catch a lot of flack in this business, man, just by the way I say stuff. But listen, I know it's difficult sometimes to believe that there's nobody else in this industry that's going to talk to you like this, but it's not. Learn to deal with it, learn to love it, and learn to understand it. I'm it. I'm the best there is. Period. I dare any of them to try to even try to come close to what it is that I think I want to do. Because they lacking the authenticity. It's the same shit I told you about when you're in the neighborhood. Somebody gonna punk you and take your lunch money. These conference coordinators are not going to take advantage. Listen, when I didn't know how to present myself the right way, yeah, they were taking advantage of me because I didn't know I didn't have any leverage. So what was hurting for you was the road work, but you did it anyway. You endured the sacrifice. Now for me, I ran cross country. So my fastest time on a 3.2 mile course was 15 minutes and 13 seconds. That's averaging, that's 3.2 miles. That's basically averaging like 5:03 for your splits. That's pretty damn fast. And I had people that was crushing that time for 3 miles, but 3.2 miles in 15 minutes? I couldn't do that right now, Anthony. If you paid me $1 million, I couldn't do it because I'm just because I don't weigh 115 pounds like I did when I was in high school, and I used to just cut through the wind, bro. I was aerodynamic. I wasn't nothing but a lean piece of muscle, no fat, no nothing. Now, I had my track coach and my cross country coach. He ran in Olympic trials in the 70s. I couldn't stand them when we ran the Maryland University golf course. We used to run sprint the first hole, jog the second hole. It wasn't no walking. The first time we did it, Anthony, I said, man, what's wrong with this motherfucker, man? Why is he pushing us this hard? People was falling down by the time we got to the 5th and 7th hole. A couple people on my team, they fell down to the knees. They was throwing up. They was hyperventilating, all this kind of stuff. I toughed it out. I thought he was crazy. But the more we ran that golf course, the more in shape I got. I started getting 7th place out of 250 runners. See, this is what this is about. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You got to be in shape to deal with these conference coordinators, and Speaker Focus is a platform that's getting you in shape. Now, if you don't understand about these metaphors and these analogies that I'm using tonight, maybe you don't need to do this. Are you willing to fight for this shit is what I'm asking you. The pandemic ain't shit compared to some of these conference coordinators. They literally will hand you your entire ass if your speaker business ain't set up the right way. But I'm too excited. Maybe I'm too excited, Anthony. Maybe I ain't making no sense. You still there, boss? Anthony, is your internet connection still with me? All right. Maybe Anthony had to roll out, but it's okay. Anthony, if you have a question, just put it in the chat box. Anybody else with any questions or concerns? Your speaker business is like any other warfare. You got to be willing to get down and dirty with your speaker business. You got to build up some mental endurance. Your signature programs is like training. Building your sales tools is like, it's like working on your cardio. Building the speaker growth engine, that's like fuel to your speaker business. Downloading all your templates and everything that you need. That's like toning. That's what that is. That's like the toning part. All the outreach that you do. Now you gotta know how to be real flexible. You got to be real flexible with your speaker business on all the outreach. Then you got to know how to manage things the right way. All these stages that I'm teaching you on this platform is going to get you ready for warfare with that conference coordinator. Because you're either going to make that conference coordinator feel like they need you, or they can do the conference without you. And if they feel like they could do the conference without you, if they feel like you're just an average run-of-the-mill bullshit motivational inspirational speaker, and for everybody still got that in the title to their LinkedIn profile, shame on you. That means you ain't listening. Because a quality conference coordinator don't give a damn about motivational inspiration. See, if you know it like I know it, then you're not going to associate yourself with the stupid shit. 80% of the people on YouTube, they're all trying to out-motivate each other. That's these coaches, speakers, and these consultants. Professional speakers, they let the sales tools and marketing collateral do all the talking for them. All right. Thanks, Anthony. Put it in. I see you in the chat box. I hear you loud and clear. All right, listen, everybody. You either are ready to do business on a higher level and you want to fight for your dream, or you don't. Don't talk to me about it. Show me. Remember in the movie Jerry Maguire, Show Me the Money? Show me. What does it take to show me? You got to get down in the foxhole and you got to do the work. How dirty are you willing to get? How dirty are you willing to get? I mean, I see way too many people. They just too cavalier for me about how to go about their dream. They act like it's going to just happen. They act like Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and all of the people from Alice in Wonderland, and they act like all of this fairy tale shit is going to just, it's just going to, yeah. I remember I had a guy tell me one time, yeah, man, KTR, man, I'm out here making things happen. The guy told me, he said, I do what you do. I said, oh, you do what? You do what I do. And what exactly is that? Let me hear you explain. First of all, people don't even know how to explain. They don't even know how to explain what professional speaking is. They think it's motivational, inspirational speaking. They put everybody in the same category. There's a difference. See, there's motivational, inspirational speakers. Some people are real cute at telling the story. Some people are good at hyping you up. Flavor Flav. Yeah. That's what a real conference coordinator looks at, motivational, inspirational speaking. It's the fluffy part. It's the bullshit. The part when you hear it, you can say this isn't penetrating my soul. It's not giving me any alignment. There's no real message here. This person is just on a quest for self-indulgence. It's really not working for me right now. This is what the conference coordinator's thinking. But when a conference coordinator hears a professional speaker, a specialist, a subject matter expert, a leading authority, a trusted advisor, they know the difference, just like that. So motivational, inspirational speakers, you can keep talking out your raggedy ass mouth all day long, but at the end of the day, that's not what puts the money in the bank. It sounds real good when all the 80% of y'all are jockeying for position out there. I know what it looked like because I used to be one of them. But my role in this scenario in your life is to tell it to you like it is. This is the way my mother raised me to be. Now, if you don't like it, keep doing it the wrong way. See, I tell the client straight up, I told every last one of you, if you don't like the way I'm gonna train you, because if you think I'm gonna be kissing your ass or holding your hand and singing Kumbaya with you around the fireplace every single day, you're mistaken. You might as well stay right where you are and keep your money. It ain't like I didn't tell you. But I'm sorry, I can get away with that because I got the world's #1 platform for speaker marketing, and I got 200 plus leads dumping off in my marketing pipeline every single day. I don't say it to you to brag. I'm telling you, I remember when I used to suck at lead generation. I used to suck at being able to deliver value to the conference coordinator. When I didn't understand customer service, chasing my ass around, me, instead of what you can do for them. And I remember it was some points in time when I wasn't taking my dreams serious. I wasn't acquiring the right kind of information. But then all of a sudden, it clicked in my mind. Okay, what is this? Is this Tony? Okay, Anthony Powell says, should I consider myself an educational speaker or inspirational speaker? I just said, cut out motivational or inspirational speaking just from the titling to your marketing. I know at the end of the day, a lot of you are inspired by me. Listen, Tony, I'm inspired because you overcame 8 strokes. My God, I've never met anybody like that before in my life. Is that inspiring? Yes. And you are going to inspire millions of people when you're able to get on the platform and you're able to get on the stage as a paid speaker. But I would go with educational speaker over inspirational speaker any day. Anything but motivational, inspirational speaking. It just doesn't have the zip that it did back when Les Brown and Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy and all these other, Jim Rohn and all these other kings of the giants back in the late 80s and early 90s. It doesn't have the same value anymore. Being a motivational, inspirational speaker is like being a rapper on the corner in New York. I can literally go to every corner and see people battling and freestyling, especially when I go to the hood. It don't mean shit. You put most of them in a studio and try to get them to write a song, they can't even do it. See, that's the difference. See, that's why they call it Showtime at the Apollo. It's for amateurs. And this is why they have people that are paid professional recording artists, paid musicians, paid entertainers. I'm a paid consultant. I'm a highly paid consultant. I'm a highly paid coach, the world's #1 speaker coach on the world's #1 platform for speaker marketing. And I'm damn sure a high fee speaker. Oh, you don't have my 50K for a keynote? I hit the next button. You know why? Because I can. Don't you want to be empowered with that feeling? Maybe if you had 200 people dumping off in your pipeline every single day, if you go in and set your speaker growth engine up in module #2, you will be getting leads consistently. Oh, let me just share this with you. This is what it looks like if you fail on our platform when it comes to lead generation. Instead of attracting, because hundreds and hundreds of leads, that's not even when our marketing machine is just ramped up all the way. It's probably on like a 50% right now. Right? Because we just got so much business coming in. We don't have to have it ramped up all the way. This is when you get really good and when you get that shit dialed in. What a failure rate looks like on the Speaker Focus platform as far as generating leads is concerned. You're talking about 1 to 5 every single day. Let's say you fail miserably. I'm talking about you do rock bottom bad on our platform with generating conference coordinators. You're attracting 1 a day. That's 5 to 7 a week, and you close 1. Let's say you cut that in half, and now you only close 2 out of the 4 potentially. Instead of doing 1 a week, you only close 2 a month at $5,000. How would $10,000 right now change your life. For some of you, $10,000 will allow you to leave your job. It would allow you to improve your lifestyle. See, this shit is about increasing your lifestyle. Now, if you're not interested in doing that, that means you're not willing to fight for your dream. Listen, I'm not even mad at you if you don't want to fight for your dream. I see it happen every single day. It's a lot of jaw jacking and a lot of talking and bloviating, and people claim they're living their dream. You're not living shit. Living a dream is working. You have to build it first. You have to understand how to manage it. You have to know how to nurture it. Let it prosper. Go through the pain. Faster you start talking to clients, the faster you're going to be able to understand how to manage your business. You have to listen to what the client wants. Do you understand the psychology of the conference coordinator? It's right there in the sales script, in your speaker toolkit. Okay, I'm done. I think I said enough for tonight. Maybe you're not hearing me, but you got to really fight for your dream. And if you think I'm ODing or being too hard, or KTR, he's talking too rough, well, it's 100+ things every single day that's standing in line to snatch your dream right out of your hands. Negative fake ass friends, negative family members, all kinds of shit going on in business that is an adversity every single day. As a entrepreneur, you should be a fire marshal, because all you're doing is putting out fires every day. You got to be skilled at management, crisis management in specific. If you don't know how to fix problems in business, you're going to be in trouble. Now, here's what allows you to solve problems: that you have resources to remedy the solutions. You have a plan of contingency in place, because not if you have breakdowns, but it's just a point of win. I think I got another person with the hand up. Munyanzade. Let me see. Okay, Munya, talk to me, brother. Munya, can you hear me? Munya, I think you need to undo your mute, bro. I'm not hearing your audio. Can you hear me? Munya, I can't hear you. Can you at least type in a response? Tina said, I'm definitely not speaking too harsh. Yeah. Well, it's either get through the difficult training with me and then make it easy for yourself when you got to talk to the conference coordinator. Do you know why all these athletes, they go through grueling practices? So by the time they actually do the game, it's just flowing. It's just routine. Anybody else have a question that they want to ask? I think Munya had a question. Munya, if you can hear me, you can type in your question through the chat box if you are having difficulty with your audio. All right. If anybody else doesn't have any questions, we're gonna wind this session down. But I suggest you get up every single day and fight for your dream. Because a lot of people, if you're gonna, let me tell you something, with some near-death experiences that I've had, and we've all been through our trying times. Tasty says some of us need the harsh talk. Well, hey, I mean no disrespect and mean to be offensive with the language that I use or the way I say it. But ain't nobody else in this industry. They're not built or wired or equipped or have the experience in the unique market position to speak on all this stuff the way I do. So I'm going to do what any other visionary, pioneer, maverick, or trailblazer does. I'm going to give the people, I'm going to tell it to them like it is, because this is my place where I have the knowledge and I'm walking in my gift and I'm walking in my purpose. And all of my people are going to get there. And that's why I show up every Monday on the group calls. That's why we have the support the way we do. And we appreciate all of you. I just want you to take more action. I want you to think about your dream. Oh, Angela Irwin from France. Thank you, KTR. I don't have a question. But needed to hear everything you said. Much appreciated. Hey, listen, this is why I'm here. You know, I have to repeat some of the stuff sometimes. It's like when you were a kid. Your mother had to tell you to put your toys back 1,000 times. But eventually you put your toys back. Eventually you got more mature and you start keeping that damn room clean, or you're going to get your ass beat, right? My mother only had to tell me a couple of times, because as soon as I heard the belt jingling, I was like, oh, piss was flying everywhere. I was like, I'm not trying to get beat down. Yeah. So, and I tell you this, it's when I started to get older. And see, it's a blessing to get older. You got to embrace it. Yeah, hey, yeah, you start gaining some weight. You can't manage your blood pressure. You know, your hair starts thinning. There's a whole bunch of stuff because we're not in our 20s anymore. And for those of you who are, God bless you. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm having a lot of fun being in my 50s. I'm having more fun now than I ever had in my life because I'm smarter. I work smarter. I've embraced technology. I've overcome insurmountable odds. Jamie Johnson, I love you, brother. Keeping it real. Thanks. Thank you, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn right. I'm getting my blood pressure down. You know why? Because I care about my dream. I got my blood pressure more under control than I ever had before because I want to be here. I want to be here to see it out. I want to be here to see a lot of you get on that stage and speak. Oh, and I'm just getting started. Oh, with the technology, the way things are, and the way other talented people in this world are creating software that allows you to do your job easier. I mean, man, God bless them. I love all of them. I love anybody that has a dream. We all got our demons that we got to fight. But you got to take one of them at a time. You know, listen, here's how you got to say, this is a win. If you got control over it more than it has control over you, then you know you're doing your thing. You know, for that one day, see, forget about tomorrow. Everybody's talking about, oh, tomorrow's not promised. You're right. So start acting like this second right here matters more than the bullshit that you're thinking about for tomorrow that you ain't even guaranteed to see. All I care about is right now, the here and now. All I can control is what I'm doing right now. And if you truly want to live free, then you got to say what you feel. And if people got a problem with it, fuck them. You're gonna get your feathers ruffled, or you're gonna get pissed off because somebody says something. Maybe you need somebody to piss you off every once in a while. Maybe you need somebody to dig in your shit so you can hold you accountable, to give you that little bit of push, because most people don't have the discipline to do it on their own. I speak real. I speak from a real place. I done messed this stuff up more than all of y'all combined, just because out of the sheer repetition. I know what it feels like to be embarrassed in front of the conference coordinator. I've had conference coordinators talk to me like I was a dog, and I didn't even know how to respond to it properly. But I tell you what, just like when your mother tells you to clean that room about 1,000 times, and after about 1,001 and 1,002, damn, he actually listening. He's straightening up. He's cleaning up behind himself. Damn, I don't need to say nothing to him now. Well, I got more mature just like that as things started to move forward when it came to my speaking career. I started to get a little bit better. Let me see who else has their hand up. Oh, I don't see another hand up. I started to get a little bit better. I started to understand what was required out of me to run a speaking entity. What's the kind of studying? What kind of information do I need to access? What kind of practice repetitions did I need to get in? What am I supposed to do prior to the gig? What am I supposed to do afterwards? How am I supposed to digest the criticism that I got afterwards? The evaluation forms. How am I supposed to connect with the conference coordinator, stay in touch, build a relationship so they hire me again and again and again and again? How am I supposed to deal when I had a messed up evaluation form? See, if you're not talking to yourself like this, you don't want to be good at this speaker business. You don't want to be number one in your space. I'm just hello and ouch. Hey, Vernon, what's up, boss? Hey, Vernon, yeah, I know it stings sometimes with some of the stuff I say. But shit, if you think I'm bad, This is the way my mother raised me. Now, you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah, my mother loves God. My mother's a Christian woman, all that kind of stuff. My mother also bust you upside your head with a fucking frying pan to this day. She don't care about none of this celebrity shit. When my mother say jump, you say how high. She don't give a damn about nothing. When my stuff needs to get taken care of, me or my brother go over there and fix it. It's just that simple. Now, if you don't want to get over there and she got to come find you, then you got yourself a problem. My mother always told it to me like it was, and at times I couldn't take it because I wasn't mature enough. So I was crying, Mom, why are you saying it? I can't believe you're talking to me like that. She said, boy, you better shut up. And I give your ass something to cry about. So you have to have a healthy fear. I still have a healthy fear of my mother to this day. I don't want no problems with my mother. I don't want to get confrontational with her because my mother's real quick with her tongue, just like me. Why do you think I'm this way? Oh, and by the way, all of my aunties and uncles, my grandmother, she lived to be 92. All of them got this kind of energy. Every single last one of them. And all of them got dimples. That's why I'm this way. So you got to take who you are, appreciate how you were wired and built. It's not about how you look. It's not about where you're from. It's about you appreciating where you are right now and the incredible opportunity that you have ahead of you. Well, a lot of you still don't believe. You show up on the Monday group call, but you still don't believe. You still don't believe in the dream properly. This is a question that I got for you. Excuse me. Are you an active participant in your dream? I want some of you to write that question down. Are you an active participant in your dream? Are you sitting on the sidelines watching somebody else living? See, everybody says, oh man, they're living my dream. No, they're not living your dream. They're living their dream. Your ass is sitting on the sidelines talking too much and not doing enough work. Now, if that's you, I'm sorry. So you don't think it's coming directly to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to all of y'all. I'm using myself as an example first. You don't think that I can remember like it was yesterday about how I used to act? You don't think I have that story? They call me America's leading focus expert. I can remember shit when I was 5 years old. You see this little mark right here? I got a mark right there on my forehead. You might not be able to see it. It's a little mark. I think it's okay. So I think it's right there. I think I can feel it. It's a little dent in my forehead. So I was about 5 years old. My dad told me to stop playing on this tricycle that I was riding, right? I think I was a little bit too big for it. And the tricycle, because it was broke, and it had like a pointy piece that was hanging out the handlebars, and my father told me and my brother not to touch it anymore. So what I did was I hit the back part. You know the little steps in the wheels on the back? The steps, I hit the step, and the handlebars came and bust me right in the head, and blood started flying everywhere. Now it was worse than what it looked like, but my mother was, oh my God, my baby's about to die. I had blood was flying everywhere. You see, because I didn't listen. Now, you could try to not listen to I'm talking every little finite detail that I say out of my mouth on this platform is all to get your ass ready and prepared when you start talking to the conference coordinator. And you could try to act like you're not hearing it. You could try to act like it's an off day. I didn't clean my ears that day. Wait a minute, did he just say what I just thought he said? Yes, I said it exactly the way I just said it. Sometimes you're gonna hear me go extra hard because I'm talking to the old Kevin. Damn, I wish I had somebody like me that you have right now, because it would have saved me 7 years worth of all that bullshit I had to go through. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I admit this, sometimes I'm a little slow, but when I get it, I got it. And you only got to tell me one time after that. Because when you start getting burned over and over again, it is a horrible feeling when your speaker business isn't set up the right way and you got to deal with a conference coordinator that's slapping your ass around giving you whatever they want you to have. Some of them take pleasure in this shit. They take pleasure in giving you some little piss-ass budget for a couple $100. See, these other speakers, they want you to feel too good. Success doesn't fucking feel good, y'all. This shit hurts. You got to become used to being, to going through this type of sacrifice. You got to get used to feeling uncomfortable all the time. When some of y'all start talking to the conference coordinator for the first time, you're going to be nervous out of your damn minds. Good. Keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. You keep doing it until you ain't nervous no more. You get on that stage and face your fear. You keep speaking until, listen, people ask me this. I've heard this question millions of times, literally. Man, you don't never get nervous when you get up there and speak? I said, you know what I tell them? Why would I be nervous? I got command over my content. I typically know more than everybody in this room. I don't give a fuck if it's 10,000 people in the audience. I'm getting paid and they put me on the stage because of my subject matter expertise. That's the reason why I'm up there on the stage. How about you? Of course I'm not nervous. Nervous? Are you kidding me with this shit? You know why I'm not nervous? Because I prepare. I'm more prepared than everybody in the room. I'm more research. I'm more well-versed. It ain't got nothing to do with talent. I read more than everybody else in the room about the subject that I'm presenting for that particular day. And that is the reason why I'm #1 in my space. And that's the reason why I'm in the top 20% of leadership speakers on planet Earth who specialize in transferring knowledge at an extremely high level, holding your attention for elongated periods of time while being entertaining. You think it's easy? You do it. Anybody, you can go live with me right now. Tell me what your signature program is and give me 5 minutes of your best stuff. And we're counting down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I don't see no raised hands. I don't hear nobody. Oh, you got some more practicing to do? Good. Because when they, Munya's back. Munya, you haven't finished your signature programs. Maybe you're ready to talk about something. I don't know. Let's go. Munya. Okay, I can hear you, but the signal sounds horrible.
Now I'm now saying, oh, okay. I'm saying before I was very confused with how to present, to put my information together. But right now, I've actually, that's why I delayed to submit it, because I wanted to really understand what your comments were. Then I started to fish out and start to arrange my information in a chronological order.
Got you. Okay, now, so Munya, what you're saying is, when you received the feedback, when you sent me your signature programs,
yes,
that you understand the direction you're supposed to take as far as the structure and have the messaging organized. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Now, Munya, one thing about you, okay, because, you know, I go hard on y'all and I understand that, but I also know what you do well. I know that you have a high level of subject matter expertise when it comes to engineering. I know you know your shit. I could see it right there in the messaging. What you were doing is your bullets, they weren't built out enough. You just gave like 2 or 3 word descriptions of what you speak about, not the value that it adds to the conference coordinator. Am I making sense?
Yes, yes, I do understand.
And that's why I sent you back the example in red. This is the way your opening paragraph is supposed to be constructed.
Yes.
These are the way your bullets are supposed to be constructed. So the question, Munya, when you going to send me my homework assignment, bro?
No, I'm working on it. I think in a day or 2 I should be done.
All right, that's what I want to hear, my man. Listen, remember, support@speakerfocus.com is your best friend. I know you submitted multiple support tickets, and sometimes we get a little backlog and we get a little busy, but me and Austin and the whole entire staff at Speaker Focus is dedicated to making sure all those support tickets get answered. You can't ask us enough questions, bro. We got to deal with too many people.
I don't have questions, but what I'm saying is the mentorship you are bringing to me. Remember, the British type of training and the American type, and you are combining the two together, you find out where your mistakes were. So this is what I'm trying to correct myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And listen, you said thanks for the patience. Thank you for your patience with understanding the system. A lot of times people, they make a big mistake because they try to reinvent the wheel and they try to do too much on their own. You have to go through the process, because it took me years to learn how to put this information together so you wouldn't have to go through everything I went through. This took a lot of hours, a lot of business experience to put these things together. So thank you for having it, because it takes patience to get through it, Munya. And I appreciate the kind words that you say about the mentorship and this in the platform and what we're doing in Speaker Focus. And we put it all together for people like you, bro, so that you would have a simple way of understanding that maybe the message in your head, it's not clear, but I know your subject matter expertise is clear. And then when I sent you back over the feedback, I understood when you sent it back, you was like, that's what he wants me to do. Okay. And now you showing up on the group call. Now I really know that you know what to do. So I'm looking forward to your feedback, bro.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome, Munya. I love you, boss. I'll talk to you real soon. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Results. That's what I'm talking about, everybody. And results, you can get results in a multitude of ways. It just doesn't have to be booking the speaking engagement. Because what you're going to realize is that everything I'm sharing with you right now, when I tell you this shit is like boot camp, if anybody is in the military, this is what this is like. So you may not want to realize the fact that when you're in the military or you serve some kind of paramilitary or military service, they're teaching your ass how to kill people. This is warfare. See, when I go there, I'm being too extreme. Well, this is what it is. You're not looking at your speaker business like it's warfare. Are you ready for battle? Is my thing. See, if you don't have the right kind of signature programs, you're not ready to throw down. You're going to let the conference coordinator punk you. It's the same way. Listen, I got punched in the face before. I got my big wheel taken when I was a little boy. But then I went back and told the people in my neighborhood, they was like, listen, if you don't go back and get the big wheel, all of us are going to whoop your ass. And then you're going to have a real problem. My brother was older than me. Then I had a bunch of people in my neighborhood that you just couldn't do that. So you had to learn how to fight. Are you willing to fight for your dream? That's all I'm saying. All right, who else got some great comments for me down here? Yeah, yeah, that's right. It ain't nothing but real talk. My man, Ronnie Mason Jr., right? He is in line. I'm still trying to get the programs correct. Yep. And that's what happens. But guess what, Ronnie? Ronnie, you're on your last, I believe. Once you send me back over the last, I think you're on your last go round. Once you make those last corrections and I send it back over to you, your signature program is going to be done, bro. Now, Ronnie, I don't remember seeing the bio formula that you sent me. If you send it to me, cool. If not, I need you to send it back to me so I can check it. This is what this is about. Well, watch this. When my brother was in the military, I said, Dre, what they teach you how to do? He said, what you think they taught me how to do? They teach you how to exterminate people. They teach you how to protect yourself. They teach you how to fight. They teach you how to survive. They teach you teamwork. It just ain't about killing. Because listen, as much as I love Queen of the South, Godfather of Harlem, all of the Narcos series on Netflix, as much as I love all of the drug running and shooting and the bang bang, and I love the sex in the movies, that's how I gotta have my movies. I'm sorry, I want to be entertained, but I do love a family movie. There is a tender side to me, but we don't got time to be showing that tender shit when you're trying to get a check for $5,000. Because the softer, listen, if you try to go soft on these conference coordinators, I'm telling you, they will nickel and dime you, but they won't do that to you when you got your business set up the right way. And when you got 20 to 30 to 50 conference coordinators every single week that's trying to get on your calendar, you don't give a damn what. Listen to me carefully. Because when I say this to people, a guy, I had a strategy call one time. A guy said, "You're a very arrogant young man. You're very arrogant. You're very talented. You're very arrogant." I said, "Thank you. Thank you." He said, it's okay. I got Pastor TD Jakes. I follow Pastor TD Jakes, and he's gonna mentor me. Really? He's gonna mentor you to grow a multi-million-dollar speaker business. Oh, he's mentoring you because you're reading his books and because you go into his church every Sunday. Okay, that's great. I ain't talking about that. Oh, you think you got his home telephone number? You think you can just pull up on him and he gonna teach you how to construct the speaker business from ground level? That's not what he does. But you sitting there trying to tell me that I'm arrogant because you don't like the way I'm speaking to you right now because I'm speaking the facts. See, let me tell you something about these little punk ass people that can't handle the truth, right? They just want to hear themselves talk about being in the speaker game, but they really don't want to do the work. People that invest their money, like everybody on the Speaker Focus platform, and people to send back their homework assignments back and forth, and you allow me to help you, those are the people that's in it for real. And that's why I have a conversation with you, because I don't want everybody in my business. You don't want to be doing business with any and every conference coordinator. Listen, I had a lady that worked at the White House one time. She was a coordinator for the White House. Yeah, I'm telling it and I'm saying it. Wrote me a bounce check for $250. Now that's when I was still in the youth market, still running around here wet behind the ears, calling myself a motivational, inspirational speaker. The lady gave me a check for $250 and the shit bounced from here to Nova Scotia when I put it in the bank. The only good thing that came out of that event was I got a chance to meet the star of New York Undercover, Malik Yoba. That's my man. I've known Malik for probably 20 plus years, right? He invited me to be the keynote speaker at his Daddy's Day conference, and they paid me for that. Just because, now that was a bad experience with the lady that wrote me the bounce check that worked at the White House, but then it turned to be a good experience because I got a chance to meet Malik Yoba. When you're in the right place at the right time, the right things happen. But typically, one bullshit speaking engagement is going to attract another one. Quality speaking engagement is going to attract another quality speaking engagement. That's why I'm teaching you how to set this shit up the right way so you don't have to go through everything I had to go through. Everybody that says they want to hear the truth isn't prepared when it sits on your doorstep, when it come knocking on your door. You're going to have to deal with me because this is the only way I know how to say it. Now, I figured you appreciate it. If I just tell it to you like it is, instead of playing games with you the whole time, fluffing you up like the rest of these clowns do in their coaching program. They know who they are. Now, so, okay, so, oh, Tasty, okay, do not feel that way. I've times been pissed, but my vision dream is more important than being pissed. Yep, you need to be challenged. And that's the truth. If you don't have people in your life that's challenging you, that's uplifting you, that's giving you, that's empowering you with information, you're never gonna make it where you want to be in this business. This is a hard business. Let me go back to what my brother told me when he was in the military. He said, man, they gave us training. They turned chemicals on us. And we were all throwing up. We had green stuff coming out of our eyes, out of our nose. Okay? What you think that is? They're preparing you for something. I am preparing you for something. And when you writing those signature programs, your ass is in the gas chamber. Now, I know it may not literally, I've never been in the military before. I never had chemicals turned on me before, maybe with the exception when I was in Virginia Beach back in the late 80s. When Fight the Power was out and the Virginia Beach riots. If you don't know about it, go back and look it up. The Virginia Beach riots, they had to turn tear gas on a bunch of people. People got loose down there. We was having the time of our lives, and all of a sudden it just turned into Armageddon. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then, I know what pepper spray tastes like. That's for damn sure. Right? But I'm telling you, I'm getting you prepared for something you don't even understand right now. But I bet you this, when you're in front of the conference coordinator and you have command over your content, you understand your signature program. See, for all the shit that you playing games with right now, when it comes time to deal with the conference coordinator, you're not prepared. You're going to say, this is what KTR was talking. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Eureka. This is the shit that KTR was telling me about when I was in the coaching program, but I was too busy watching Netflix. I was too busy playing grab ass with my little girlfriend, so I couldn't see the forest for the trees. See? And then when you're losing money, then you're gonna say, damn, I gotta go back to module 2 because I need to learn how to talk to the conference coordinator. The sales cycle script is one of the best tools that we have on our platform. I suggest you memorize that shit like you get ready to star in a Martin Scorsese movie. And I'm not even kidding. You need to memorize the verbiage in the sales script. You need to memorize the verbiage when you have the pricing conversation with the target buyer. Let me go ahead and run it down for those of you who still haven't got to this point, or those of you who are nervous to have the price. Some of you still scared to ask for your $5,000? They would love it. The conference coordinator would love it that you don't try to charge them full price. I love it when I charge them full price. I love it when they call my business manager and they say, well, Ward, we already know KTR is expensive. Let's go ahead and get to the fees. Yeah, let's. Because when you got so many leads, you could simply hit the next button. You don't have to take it. See, it's called leverage. I've toured and recorded with multi-platinum recording artists when they've been at the height of their career. When the promoter wants to give them less, we just didn't do the show. You know what? We took another show who paid more. When you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not. I'm trying to give you the strategy so you stay hot. Somebody got a question? Do I see a raised hand? I can do this all night long. How about you? Vernon talking about ouch. Vernon, send me an email. Let me know where we left off with the coaching program. I haven't seen you on in a while. Tell me where you left off. Uh-oh. I got me a brave soul. Vernon's gonna go live with me.
Good evening, Doc. How's it going?
Man, I'm doing super fantastic, boss. How you feeling?
I'm doing well, got some things falling into place that I had that was some distractions. So no excuse though. But the last thing I think I did was I sent you my speaker info kit. You was telling me about the alignment
issues. You had alignment issues with the speaker info kit.
Okay, could you clarify that a little bit?
Yes. In other words, whatever you had in boxes, it wasn't visually appealing to the eye. Some of the text looked like it was jumbled up, which means you probably need to shrink the font size on it, or you need to take some of the text out. This is a reoccurring theme that happens when you have some of the students try to do the speaker info kit on their own for budgeting reasons, and I get it. If you have a difficult time with it, you might just have to give all the content to a graphic designer and then let them do it. But it wasn't horrible. You just put it like this. It was really busy. You need to simplify more. Now, here's what I mean when I say busy. Let's say your bio page, for instance. If you got too many words on your bio, then you have to do an abbreviated bio. And all of you should have different bios. You should have a bio that does your introduction as a speaker. Like your intro bio could be like just the snippets of the highlights of your career. It should be real short because you don't want the person introducing you to have be reading a long bio. You also should have a long version of your bio on your website. Then you got a bio that goes inside the speaker info kit. Now, here's what I see, Vernon. A lot of times you have the wrong font size on the bio and it's too many words in there. Sometimes you got to take a paragraph out, edit it down, shrink the font size. Now you're looking at less words in that space. See, it's only a certain amount of words that can fit inside that text box. Am I making sense?
You are.
Or you may have a picture or two. It just looked jumbled up. It needs to look clean, and it needs to look like it's breathing. And yours just has some alignment issues, and it looked like it was just too much stuff going on. Okay. So I just figured out a way to simplify it and send it over to me, and then let me say, okay, boom. Now, let me say, okay, this looks official or not. But then keep this in mind too, Vernon, is that you should never be married to any of your marketing materials. Always be willing to part ways with the way that you were 6 months ago or a year, because you're gonna get sick of looking at your marketing materials. And And maybe your marketing materials are going to get out into the marketplace and you're going to want to improve them. And you should always be trying to put forth the best website, speaker video demo, and speaker info kit. I'm in the process of upgrading all of my stuff right now because I'm ready to go back on tour, right? Me and Austin are getting ready to do these big events. As soon as the pandemic is over, I'm just preparing for all of that, right? Because now we got the coaching program automated the way we want to. Things are a whole lot better. I can let go of the reins a little bit. So, you know, conference coordinators, be prepared to give me my $50,000. You got it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, and that's how you got to say it. Like, and you got to mean it, and you got to substantiate the value. How do you substantiate the value? Through your sales tools, through the messaging. The messaging is what gets you all the money. The messaging proves that you can deliver the value when you get on the platform. Then all the rest of the social proof, that's going to back it up as well. So Vernon, when you say, because we all got to work ourselves up to fees, but remember, what everybody should be charging on this platform right out the door, I don't give a damn if you never got a paid speaking engagement before in your life. The fact of the matter is that you have a lot of professional experience. This is the exact script. Remember I told you, you should be memorizing the pricing conversation, and you should be memorizing the sales cycle script. So eventually it's going to come down to the conference coordinator is going to ask you what the prices are. Now, you should be delivering a massive amount of value. And if you are delivering the value, you want to put the conference coordinator in a difficult position to tell you no. Now, this is the reason why your speaker info kit needs to look on point when you show it to them. Because if I can see I'm only looking at your speaker info kit through the eyes of a conference coordinator. I'm not going to tell you the shit looks fire when it looks like bullshit. I'm not going to do it. Because then when the conference coordinator sees it, she's going to be taking money out your pocket. It needs to be right. And if you can't get it right, give it to a graphic designer that can get it right. Am I making sense?
You are.
So what's your mainstay headline, Vernon, and what's one of your signature programs?
Leadership principles that transform lives.
Talk to him, Vernon. Talk to him, baby. Leadership principles that transform lives. So
that begins with directional-based leadership.
Directional-based leadership. So now, remember, right there in the sales script, it's going to say, hey, Ms. Johnson, the information I shared with you from directional-based leadership, do you feel like this is something that will add extreme value to you and your organization? And if you did it the right way, she got a pen in her hand, she's taking notes. She's going to say, Vernon, absolutely, it has value. Okay, Vernon, I've heard enough. What is it going to take to hire you to speak? And the first word out of your mouth should be great. Don't say anything else. Don't be saying, man, the weather's great. No. Great, Ms. Johnson. Let's talk about how we could bring another one of my signature programs to your next on-site conference or next virtual event. Then you're going to get around to, there's a booking information packet that has everything in there to hire you logistically from top to bottom. But you're going to verbalize it to her first on the follow-up call. After she's looked at all the sales tools, after she looked at the speaker video demo, after she looked at the speaker info kit, which does all the talking for you. You don't have to, professional speakers don't have to do no talking. Vernon, I don't have to say nothing. All I got to do is deliver value. And the conference coordinator with the right kind of celebrity event or the right kind of budget, they're going to have me on stage speaking with everybody else. And they got to come up with my money just like they come up with everybody else's money. I don't give a damn where you get it from. But if you don't have it, I won't be there. How about that? And you got to be confident in your services. You got to be confident in your messaging. And when you got that kind of leverage, then you realize that you're going to hit the next button if they're not ready to do business. So Vernon, here's what you're going to say. I want everybody to listen to this very carefully, because if you haven't memorized it like I have, now I came up with this script over years and years and years of practicing on these conference coordinators. Now I got 2,700 plus paid speaking engagements under my belt. So that's why I know the words. But I gave you all the words that I literally took me years to create. I gave it to you in the script. So again, if you're not studying that script, like you're getting ready to get paid $1 million to start in the next Martin Scorsese picture, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your time. So when she asks you what your fees are, Vernon, you're going to say, Ms. Johnson, my fee schedule is as follows. $5,000 for 1 hour or any portion of 1 hour. $7,500 for the half-day program, which is 2 to 4 hours. $10,000 for the full-day program, which is 4 to 8 hours. Those are my domestic fees, plus business class accommodations, hotel and airfare for 2. I request a $100 meal per diem each day you have me on site. My ground transportation is luxury town car, luxury SUV, or limousine that picks me up to and from the home or tour city destination airport. Ms. Johnson, if I have to go speak overseas, which I've done 30 plus times, all the fees double on all levels plus expenses. These fees apply whether or not it's virtually or whether or not it's on site. Yeah, Vernon. Now, when you can say it like that, do you think she's gonna give you the money? When you can say it with that much confidence?
Oh yeah.
Would you like to know how to say it like that so you can get your $5,000 for an hour and get back on the plane and go back home with that feeling on your face? Well, you're gonna get half of your money before you even get on the plane, but you're gonna have the other half when you get there. Don't you want to know how to do it like that?
You got finished saying it.
Huh?
I just felt like paying you after you finished saying all that.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Vernon, where's my money, baby? hey, Vernon, except for me, you got to add a whole lot more zeros on it, bro. Hey, Vernon, 5,000 ain't, she can barely do a needs assessment call for me with $5,000. Come on, man. I get that to my granddaughter right now. She's 3.5 years old. If I send her to the mall, she won't even come back. She come back with some change in her pocket. So that's what this is about, man. It's about understanding how to present your business at the highest level. And when you do it the right way, bro, let me tell you something. The effect that it has, the results that you get, see, that's all I care about. All I care about is the results. But that's the results you're going to get. So Vernon, when you gonna be sending me over the next stage, man? I need to see. Oh, what about your speaker video demo?
Haven't done that yet.
Okay, I need you to send me an example. Can you try to work on an example, bro? You could be in your robe. I don't care. I just need to know if you got command over the content.
Okay,
that's all. Send it over to me like in another week.
That'll work.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I love you, boss. Stay focused.
Yes, sir, man. I love you too, Doc.
Yeah, man. Stay focused, baby. It's all coming together.
Yes,
slow progress is still progress. Slow progress is still progress. Like my man Kevin Hart say, everybody want to be a celebrity, but don't nobody want to put the work in. That's a little chant that Kevin Hart and his little crew say before he goes out on stage to start performing. Everybody want to be a celebrity, but don't nobody want to do the hard work. Everybody want to be a celebrity, but don't nobody want to do the hard work. Everybody want to be a speaker, but don't nobody want to write no signature programs. Everybody want to be a speaker, but don't nobody want to give me my speaker video demo. Everybody want to get on stage to be a paid speaker, but nobody wants to set the business up the right way. I can keep going on and on and on. Unless somebody got a raise, unless I see another raised hand. Vernon's done, so I'm going to lower the hand on him. All right, Vernon already muted. Munya's muted. I don't see no other questions in the chat. Uh-oh. What was that, Brian? Is that Brian Rehorn? Where would one's intro bio be listed other than a website or speaker info kit? Again, Brian, I would keep multiple versions of the bio. Your full version should be on your website. You can hit a little drop-down menu to say, see more, see less. Put the full version on the website. The full version may not make the cut inside the speaker info kit because you only have enough. You only got a certain amount of text to put inside that box. I'm a graphic designer, so I understand what you must do graphically. Like I was telling Vernon, Vernon has too much stuff jumbled up in one area and it doesn't look clean. He had alignment issues. If you're going to put boxes around something, you got to make sure it has some symmetry as you go from top of the page to the bottom of the page. And if you can't handle that, then you need to get it in front of a graphic designer that does understand branding to do the illustrations the right way, excuse me, to make sure that you're looking as professional as possible. I don't see any other raised hands, but I do. I'm going to leave with this. Brian, there's different. You should have different kinds of bios. Remember, you can have your introduction bio, short version. You can have a bio that goes on the back cover of your book. That's a customized bio, strictly for a specific target audience. You can have a full-blown version on your website, and then you can have a lot of other short, different versions for different things. I have a different bio on my publicity one sheet. I have a different bio on my website. I have a different bio in my speaker info kit. I have a different bio on at the bottom of at the bottom of my speaker info kit as well. I got like a really short paragraph with the very best of what I've done. It's all kinds of ways to do it. And I want you to take the strategies on the Speaker Focus platform. I want you to follow the formulas, but I want you to customize them based upon the unique industry, unique brand that you have. You have to figure out a way to evolve from the basic strategies. Strategies don't change. Techniques don't change. Tips, tools, strategies, they don't change. A lot of this stuff, this is time tested. The strategies do not change. What changes is the client. That's why you got to know how to manage the client properly. What changes is the money from the deal. You know, and then when you're going to get to the point where it's going to feel so good when you start getting the 5,000 and everybody's going to pay you the 5,000. They're not even going to question it. When your speaker business is set up the right way, they're not going to question it. Listen, I get 50,000 for a keynote. Tony Robbins, he got $2.5 million just to speak or do a training for the San Antonio Spurs for one day. $2.5 million. How big is your brand? How big you want to take it? I don't know. I don't get paid the most, but I don't get paid the least. And believe me, I got a couple of power moves that I'm making this year alone in the next 6 months. All my fees get ready to double. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, you will see. Now, let me see, everybody. I don't see any more questions need to get answered. Everything, the chat box looks nice and clear. So I'm going to bring this to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to keep in mind, I want you to think about some trigger words that I said. I want you to think about warfare. Business is warfare. I want you to think about, is your speaker business ready to do business with the conference coordinator? I want you to think about, are you really willing to die for your dream? Because if you're not, you're never going to make it to where it is you got to get to. And when I say die for it, Martin Luther King died for his dream. Malcolm X died for his dream. Harriet Tubman died for her dream. Although there's a whole lot of people, they either had a long life, but they lived their dream and they was willing to die for it, or they actually did die for it. They got assassinated because of their dream. Are you that dedicated to it? Because if you're not that dedicated, I don't promise you shit, because promises are made to be broken. I can guarantee you, if you're not that dedicated to the game, you will never get to where it is that you want to go. But I'm telling you right now, if you're willing to tolerate every kind of sacrifice that you can imagine. Remember the movie, not the Green Mile. Remember the movie Shawshank Redemption with Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Tim Robbins' character was wrongly accused of a crime. He went to jail for murdering his wife. Somebody there actually did it. He was in jail for 30-something years. Then he got tired of getting gang raped. He got tired of the warden using him so he could what do you call it? Embezzle money. He got tired of everything that came along with the prison system, and he just said, "Fuck it. You know what? I'm going to start up here." The worst thing you could do is put a man in solitary confinement, because he got the hour that they let him out on the yard to walk around, go to the bathroom, take a shower, get some rec time, and he's eating in himself. He got 23 hours to figure out how to get over on your ass. And let me tell you something, when you are in extreme situations, you can be creative. You're going to get real creative to make it out of that. I come from an underprivileged environment. I always knew how to be creative. And when your ass is broke, you should be even more creative. You should be trying to figure out how to get your business on a whole nother level. Now watch this. So Tim Robbins, if you've never seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, I've seen it about 25 times, literally. Because the messaging in it is pretty amazing. Now, Tim Robbins had it up to here. Are you willing? He had a dream in his head. He was gonna go around and get all the money that he was helping the ward and embezzle, so he wouldn't be indemnified in the process. Well, I'm sorry, he wouldn't be implicated, not indemnified. Sorry about that. He would be implicated in the process, and he was able to break out of jail. He escaped because he couldn't take it no more. And that man swam through a tube of waste and urine and shit. 2.5 miles, about 10 football fields. And he came out on the other side and he pulled off all these other clothes and he shed those clothes. He had all his good clothes in a plastic. They was wrapped in plastic. And he got out of there, put the shoes on, and he went around and collected all of the money from the banks. And then he went out and he lived that life. He lived that dream. And then when Morgan Freeman's character got out, he got parole, he met him and they were reunited and they was best friends. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to ride your ass off into the sunset like Tim Robbins did, how much shit are you willing to tolerate? The unbearable stench that he had to go through. See, you don't look at it like that, and that's why a lot of you ain't living your dream. You're not looking at it like that. You're not willing to die for it. I remember I told one of my boys one time he ain't prepared to die for his business. He got mad at me because he was looking like he was busy, but he wasn't productive. What you want me to do? You want me to lie to you and tell you that you're doing it when you're not doing it? You ain't doing it big, but you can. You can. It's not like you can't. It ain't like this shit is special for special people. Becoming a high-fee speaker is not just for rich people. It's not for wealthy people. I don't come from education, articulation, all of that. I don't come from none of that. But I bet you I'm in it now. And that's the only thing that matters. Because if I did it, so can you. And a lot of you got a whole lot better start and you're a whole lot more educated than I am on the platform right now. You better learn the game. And you better be prepared to put it all on the line because this ain't no dress rehearsal. I don't know what you're playing, or I don't know what you're playing games for, and I don't know what you're waiting on. But since tomorrow's not promised, then get busy in the second that you are right now and make it count. Do something for your speaker business to grow every single day. I love you like only I know how to. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. Yes, I'm on the world's #1 platform for speaker marketing. You better get used to it. You better come to know it because it's the best thing going. And there's simply nothing you can do about it. Because I'm going to keep telling it just like it is. And here to answer your questions every single Monday, as many as you want me to. I love you, ladies and gentlemen. Get your homework assignments done, and I will see you right here. Same time, same place. Damn, this feels good to be a speaker. I love you. I'll see you later.